What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do the Bring Back the Intimacy reading for the sign of Pisces. Pisces. This is your reading, okay? You are third on the zodiac lineup this week, okay? Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. These images on these cards, the Sexual Magic Tarot deck, are quite racy. Okay. So if you are not 18 or older, you needs to go. Okay. Mature audiences only. Okay. So, you guys, y'all should know how this works if y'all have ever seen the Bring Back the Intimacy readings for maybe your other placement or other sign, or if you're cross watching on somebody, okay? Um, we are going to pull 3 cards from the Sexual Magic Tarot. We're going to pull 1 card from the Goddess deck, and we are going to pull another card from the Animal Spirit deck. That is for the Divine Masculines. The Goddess deck is for the Divine Feminines. I have definitely talked about it enough on my channel where I am sorry. I am not going to keep repeating myself, okay, because I think y'all know it by now, okay? So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and pick your 3 cards from the Sexual Magic Tarot deck, okay? 1 from the top, 1 from the bottom, directly from the bottom, and then 1 energetically from the middle. We are not looking at the bottom of the deck for you guys, okay? And I feel like going here with it, okay? For your last card. Hopefully you guys can see the spread pretty well, okay? So let's see what you have, Pisces, okay? So Pisces, we have the World, okay? We have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Wands, okay? 9 of Wands, okay? So, Pisces, I am really feeling like there is something good. It's something good happening within your relationship right now as far as intimacy goes. I remember a while back you guys were kind of not really suffering, but in your relationship, but there was just a few bumps in the road as far as you dealing with some things, Pisces, and kind of putting it on your partner. This was like a while back before my break. And I feel like you guys have gotten a lot closer. The World being here first, whatever was going on in the past that was interfering in your intimacy, maybe some tensions, maybe a little animosity between you and your person as far as the things that you were dealing with. I feel like that is now completed. It's in the past. You're honoring your partner a lot more. You're paying attention to their feelings. They're paying attention to yours. And it's really all about your person now. It's like you're making up for the past. Okay, Pisces. With the Knight of Pentacles here, it seems like you're back into that. You know how they talk about that newlywed phase when you're married with someone? It's like a newlywed phase, and where it's all lovey-dovey and things like that. This Knight of Pentacles is what's giving me that vibe. It's like you're going back to the old days of, when you two first started. Maybe if been married about, I don't know when's the cutoff for newlywed stage. I guess maybe like 2-3 years, something like that, is like the cutoff. And then once you get into like the 5-10 year mark, you're no longer considered a newlywed. So you're kind of going back to those days, but you've been together for a long period of time, and you're just going back to those days of being a lot closer with each other. One of those like joining the bandwagon of the hashtag my husband is my best friend, but for you it feels like for the masculines I'm hearing like my wife is my best friend. Okay, so you're being a lot more considerate to your partner right now, Pisces. I think that's what's helping your intimacy right now. Maybe cooking dinner for one another, bringing each other, their favorite snack or whatever the case may be, or doing date nights more. You're getting a little bit closer. You're getting back to you two, okay? And kind of shutting out other people as we see the Nine of Wands here towards the end of your reading, okay? Well, not reading, but of your spread, okay? Where, you're sitting together and I think you're like shutting out everyone else with this Nine of Wands being here, where it's like, there's other people around you that are not in a relationship. As you see in all these cards, it's a couple. It's a couple. That's the reason for this deck. Not all the cards have, a couple in it. However, with all three of these, it's showing me closeness, okay, in different ways. Your intimacy has definitely behind closed doors has spiced up a lot where you are catering to your person, okay? In the limelight with people around, they are actually being able to see you two become closer, maybe at one point in time you two used to bicker in front of people or have little spats, or it would be we're not going to discuss this right now, but when we get home we're going to talk, that type of vibe or whatever. So everyone's not seeing that with you two anymore. And I think it may have been something that your person requested from you, saying, hey, I don't like when you seem to like put me on blast in front of everybody. Like what goes on between us is between me and you. I don't need everybody knowing what I do with you or what you do with me, or if we have problems, not everybody should know what's going on, behind closed doors. Okay. So I think you took that into consideration from your person, and now it's at the Nine of Wands stage where they had a sit down talk with you, and now your relationship is not on display whenever there's an issue. But because you two had that talk behind closed doors, that's what's led to everybody seeing a change within your relationship, and they assume, it's hard for them to gauge. You're like, okay, at one point in time, y'all were always arguing in front of us. Now y'all not doing that now. Like, is everything cool? Now they're like worried, and it's not, no, we finally came to a understanding, and that's all that you need to know. We came to an understanding. We don't need y'all in our business all the time, because it was starting to affect your relationship, where people were always coming to either one of you saying, you don't have to go through that. And next thing you know, you had negative Nancy's coming around, telling you maybe you need to, maybe y'all need to take a break from each other, or all this other shit. And it's like, it's none of your business. You know what I mean? So now you're in that Nine of Wands energy with your person, where I feel like you two are now on the same accord, where you're like, you know what, you're right. Everybody is in our business a lot. It could be 2 weeks later after they've seen a blow up with you two in person, and it's 2 weeks later and they're like, hey, I remember 2 weeks ago y'all were going through it a little bit. Is everything cool from that last time? And it's like, some are really genuine and it's out of concern, because you two are like the epitome of a relationship, or the role model for the rest of your friends around you on what a relationship is or should be. So it's like they look to the both of you as the model relationship. And as they should not, you shouldn't model your relationship off of someone else's relationship, because everybody is different. Nobody is the same. But there are certain things within your relationship that people do admire. And so Some are genuine where they don't want anything to happen to the two of you. They don't want you to split, so it is out of genuine concern. Others of them, you can tell, are instigating. So, and I think that's something that you two are talking about as well behind closed doors. Like, so and so was kind of didn't it seem like so and so was trying to instigate from that situation we had like 2 months ago? Yeah, they brought that shit up out of nowhere. Yeah, and you talk about that with each other, and you come to a conclusion that maybe you don't hang around that person anymore, or your partner is saying don't bring them around here anymore because it seems like they like instigating shit, and so you end up agreeing with your partner, and you start shunning people out of your relationship, as you should. Your relationship should come first, okay? Especially in the sense of if you are married, okay? I don't feel anything about, it's not that your person doesn't get along with your friends or vice versa. It's just that it's a common denominator within your relationship. It just seems like they're kind of meddling sometimes, okay? And so sometimes you have to make that executive decision. No harm against that person, but it's like my relationship comes first over you, over friendship, especially if it's somebody that you haven't known for a very long time. You can also address that person and let them know, like, hey, I know you're my friend and all, and I'm sure you're, asking out of concern, but that was like 2 months ago. Why are you bringing that up? And so you put that person kind of on the spot to answer your question, and either they're being genuine or they don't answer, and they'll be like, oh, I was just asking, that's all. If they can't give you a genuine answer about it, oh, okay. And not to talk to that person anymore. Or, start fading them out. Okay, that's usually what ends up happening. So, and it could be because that person low-key wants a relationship, but they don't know how to get one. Okay, that's neither here nor there. That is not your problem. Okay, I'm just saying. So, I'm not going to get into this long. We're already at 12 minutes, Pisces. So we're going to go into the Goddess deck right now and pick a Divine Feminine card for the feminine Pisces, or it could be for your person Pisces, however it works and fits for you. Okay, I think I'm going to go up here with it if I can get the card that I actually want. Okay, I think I'm going to go for the one here, okay, above what I thought I wanted. Okay, so here is the Divine Feminine's card, which is Fortuna. Okay, Fortuna. Okay, the Roman goddess Fortuna was the same as an earlier Italian goddess who presided over the earth's abundance and controlled the destiny of all human beings. Her name, derived from Fortuna, she who turns the year about, came to symbolize the capriciousness of life and luck, the vagaries of fate as the wheel of life turns around. Her festival was celebrated in October. Fortuna gives us a way to approach the ups and downs of life, a perspective that can offer us some equanimity as we proceed on our journey. Okay, so Divine Feminines, I feel like I said, in your reading in this spread, it feels as though you're very open with your person. You're very level-headed. Okay, this Divine Feminine here, okay, is very, very level-headed. Okay, is probably your main support system. Okay, is always offering to build you up, not tear you down, or anyone for that matter. Okay, they, I feel, are loved by everyone. Okay, everyone respects this Divine Feminine. Okay, and whatever she says goes, basically. She is very strong in her dominance, not just in the relationship, but as a person. Okay, and so very good energy here. Okay, she keeps everything level. Okay, she can at times play the devil's advocate, but it's to show people another perspective. Basically always telling them, you know what, if it were the reverse, how would you be? Okay, so that seems to be kind of like the start of most of your communications with each other is, you know what, let's flip the script. If I did it, how would you feel? You know, and so that's how it usually begins, and that's where you start understanding your partner's side of things just as much as she understands yours. Okay, so let's now go into the divine masculines with the animal spirit. We'll pick an animal spirit out. This is for the divine masculines, divine feminines. If you vibe more with the divine masculines card, then by all means rock with it. Okay, and divine masculines, if you rock with the divine feminines card, then rock with it. Okay, so divine masculines, this could be Pisces or this could be your person. Okay, get in where you fit in. Okay, we have, for the first time ever, the crocodile. Okay, the crocodile is here for the divine masculine Pisces. Okay, symbolism of the crocodile is opportunity, risk, fertility, and life. Okay, alligators and crocodiles are creatures of the water, particularly fecund swampland, which suggests both fertility and the feminine principles of life and birth. They have often been associated with dragons, which appear in myths and legends as willy guardians of treasures and keepers of wisdom. Stories that have revolved around encounters with these reptiles have often involved a new opportunity, but one that always carries significant risk. As with many mythological reptiles, the crocodile in this painting appears wise, menacing, and somewhat indolent. Okay, so divine masculine Pisces, you guys are sometimes opportunistic, is what I'm feeling. Okay, you are somewhat of a risk taker. Okay. I'm not going to say that you're an instigator at times, but maybe slightly manipulative, but in a sense of sorry Pisces, in a sense of seeing how people will react to you. So, with that being said, you know, it's a good thing, and then at times it may be somewhat of a bad thing, but your person is always there to support you in what it is that you want to take risk on. And usually it's a calculated risk, okay, where they help you be very strategic with what it is you are trying to bring birth to. Doesn't have to necessarily mean children. It could just be the birth of new ideas, okay? So, with that being said, Pisces, that is all that I have for you guys. Until next time, peace.